What's up, DFS players? I have 4 sharp PrizePicks player props for today. We're going to go through them. But as a recap, yesterday was decent. We cashed our MLB 2-pick entry, and then we got very close in soccer, but we didn't hit it. But as a recap, let's briefly go through how PrizePicks works, right? The way that PrizePicks works is they offer fixed parlay payouts. This is critical to understand if you're playing on PrizePicks. So essentially on PrizePicks, we can't play straight bets, right? We can't just bet on one player to go over or under their strikeout line. We have to include it into a parlay. But the way that PrizePicks works is they have fixed payouts. Every 2-pick entry is 20 to win 60, which is just plus 200 odds, 20 to win 40 in profit. So essentially, what you can do is reverse engineer what PrizePicks implied odds are for every single, entry, 3-pick, 4-pick, and 2-pick. So for example, for a 4-pick entry, PrizePicks is always giving you plus 900 odds, 20 to win 180 in profit. So we've gone through this math in other videos that will be linked in the end screen, but PrizePicks is giving you plus 200 odds on any 2-pick entry, plus 400 odds on any 3-pick entry, and plus 900 odds on any 4-pick entry. So let's go ahead, let's go into my best bets for today. And essentially, based on the odds PrizePicks is giving you, for any 4-pick entry, the implied price, the implied odds that PrizePicks is giving you is minus 128. And the way you can think about this is if you had a 4-pick parlay where every leg was minus 128 on a sportsbook, your parlay would come out to roughly plus 900 odds. You can see right here, plus 906. So because PrizePicks is giving you plus 900 odds on any 4-pick entry, they're essentially giving you minus 128 implied price. So what we want to do is we want to look for value to the implied price of minus 128 if we're placing a 4-pick entry. Now, if we're placing a 2-leg entry, PrizePicks is giving us the implied price of minus 137. And that's because any 2-pick entry, comes out to plus 200 odds. So that's the implied price of minus 137. So actually, it's somewhat advantageous to place 4-pick entries on PrizePicks if you're a sharp sports bettor. And the reason for that is you're getting slightly better implied odds than a 2-pick entry. But anyways, if you have questions about this, there are some links in the description as well as in the comments to book a call with us, talk about PrizePicks strategy. But let's go through my favorite picks. So the first pick I have is Lance Lynn, under 6.5 Ks, right? You can see it right here. FanDuel and Sportsbet, so 2 sportsbooks, are offering the under 6.5. They don't have a market, but the over 6.5 is roughly plus 130. So you can assume you're getting a pretty good price, on the under at minus 137. So we've already gone through this pick, so I won't dwell on it. But the second pick I have is Miles Mikolas over 4.5 strikeouts, right? So the reason we like this is just look at the sports books, right? We're getting the implied price of minus 137 on the over on PrizePicks. So let's go ahead, let's add this. Maybe we'll place another bet during this video. And you can see right here, right? There are 2 sports books, FanDuel and Sportsbet, that are pricing this at minus 205 and minus 208. We're getting this minus 137 implied odds on PrizePicks, so that's ridiculous value, right? We are getting ridiculous value on Mikolas over 4.5 strikeouts on PrizePicks. We're getting, over 60 cents of improvement, almost 70 cents of improvement from FanDuel and from Sportsbet. So this is a pricing discrepancy that we found by just browsing the odds on OddsJam. We have real-time odds from all the major sportsbooks and DFS operators, so you can ruthlessly compare lines to one another and look for value, because realistically, as a sharp, profitable bettor, value is all that matters at the end of the day. So first we want Miles Mikolas. We had Lance Lynn, we already went through. Now next I have Martín Perez, right? So I'm taking him under 5.5 Ks, right? Here you can see Pinnacle, so the sharpest sports book, they're pricing this at minus 166. We're getting this minus 137 on PrizePicks. So, of course, you can't just straight bet this on PrizePicks, but they're offering you a ridiculous implied price if you're including this in a 4-pick entry. And then the final pick I have is Jameson, under 5.5 Ks. So this one's a little more convoluted, but what you can see is, DraftKings, for example, most sportsbooks are setting the line, every sportsbook actually, is setting the line at over under 4.5. Now on PrizePicks, we can get under 5, right? We can get under 5. So that's a pure value play. So what we can do is let's go to PrizePicks. So first we have Miles, we want Jameson, we want his under, and then we wanted, where is it? What's the next one we wanted? We wanted Martín Perez under. So here are 3 sharp MLB props. So you can see I already locked in kind of my 4-pick entry here, 25 to win 250 with all of these plays I discussed. I have tons of picks open. Join the OddsJam Discord. I give out anything I bet in PrizePicks in real time. So you'll be able to tail all of them in real time. But this is an example of one of the 4-pick entries I have. And then if you wanted to create a 3-pick entry as well, you're getting a slightly worse implied price, but we might as well lock it in. So let's lock in this 3-pick entry for as much as they give us. So projections have changed since, you bet them. So we'll have to see what lines ended up changing. So Jameson ended up changing, but let's see if Mikolas, so we can still get him over 4.5. What about Lance Lynn? Lance Lynn, we can still get under 6.5. And then what was the third one? We wanted, so Jameson changed. We wanted, not Gaussman, not Snell, so none of these 3. I forget the last one we were looking for. Let's go back here, and we can see it's Martín Perez under 5.5 is what we wanted. So we'll go back here, and then we can go to Perez, and it looks like this changed as well. So now we just have these 2 left. So we can go ahead, we can lock in this, and this will be another 2-pick entry. And it's saying your max winnings on a single athlete is $1,000. Let's see if they give me 50. They're still limiting me on this, so they're not going to give me any more on it. But regardless, this is the 4-pick entry I have. I have a bunch of, PrizePicks bets open already. They're already limiting me a bit. But that's just kind of showing you how you can use OddsJam to find sharp bets. So as an example of why this is so good, like as an example, if we were to take Martín Perez under 5.5 Ks on PrizePicks and Miles Mikolas 5+ strikeouts over 4.5 strikeouts, we would only be getting plus 147 odds. On PrizePicks, we would have been getting plus 200 because PrizePicks is giving you plus 200 odds on any 2-pick entry, right? So you always want to be looking for value. When FanDuel's only giving us plus 147, we're getting plus 200 on every PrizePicks entry. We're clearly getting ridiculous value, right? And if you switch Martín Perez to the over, you would be getting plus 224 on FanDuel. So PrizePicks doesn't vary payouts depending on if you select the over or the under for a player prop, which is pretty strange, right? So on FanDuel, this parlay would go from plus 147 to plus 224 when you switch Martín Perez from the under to the over. And that's because the under is a lot more likely to hit. On PrizePicks, they don't vary payouts depending on if you select the over or the under, which is pretty wild if you think about it. But anyways, this is my 4-pick entry for today. Long story short, a little talkative today, a little long-winded. But Lance Lynn under 6.5, Jameson under 5, Martín Perez under 5.5, Miles over 4.5. Hopefully you're able to tail some of these and they don't move on you. And let's make some frickin' money betting on the MLB today. Hopefully it's a good day. And thanks so much for your time.